The man who serves one of the most glamorous dining rooms in London, decorated by a staggering 1 million pearls. It's Jun Tanaka. So welcome to the show, Jun.
You're right.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year.
And on the menu you brought together, like I said, about 16 gallons of rapeseed oil.
Yeah, you don't have to use that much rapeseed. You can use veg oil, and you can reuse it over and over again.
Right, okay.
It makes a change from butter.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Well, we didn't have any butter for 2 weeks. There you go. So what's on the menu then? What's this?
So this is a street kitchen dish, which is like a business that I started with a really good friend of mine, Mark Jankel, and it's a street food business. Yeah. And we launched last year in May, and we bought one of those vintage Airstream trailers.
All right. Yeah.
And we have one in Liverpool Street, and we serve kind of British bistro dishes for a price of a chilled sandwich, basically.
And this is one of them then? So
this is one of the dishes.
This is, what you got there, the neck?
Yeah, this is the pork neck, which I brined. Now, brining, I absolutely love brining.
Right.
Got water, some salt, sugar, garlic and rosemary, and I've just left the pork in the brine for about 10 hours, and it just gives it this, seasons it, gives it this wonderful flavour, and also it keeps it really moist.
Right.
And then
that's the comfy inside of it, because normally we'd do that with duck legs salted, and that's the brine, it's wet brine, but you do that with dry, and then you cook it in duck fat. You're doing it with
rapeseed oil.
Rapeseed oil, which I've got the last remaining bottle in Britain to make my mayonnaise in here.
Split it then.
I'll try not to. There you go.
Okay, so get rid of that, and the pork neck. You could ask your butcher to get it for you, but you can use pork belly, pork shoulder, anything that's got some fat running through it will work beautifully with this. Right, it takes about 4 hours to cook.
Now, you say you can reuse that oil, but you can't deep fry in rapeseed oil, I suppose, can you?
Yeah, you could.
Can you?
But, I mean, I don't see the point of deep frying in rapeseed oil. It seems kind of a waste.
No, but you'll have, if you do this dish, you'll have rapeseed oil for the rest of your life, won't you, really?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So,
okay, so we've got the pork neck, which is being cooked. Just test it with a metal skewer. If it slides in easily, then it's perfectly cooked. And all that rapeseed oil, just put it into the fridge, and then you can reuse it over and over again.
Okay.
And then just going to roll it up when it's slightly warm, just to shape it into a nice kind of sausage shape.
Right.
This is hot. It's a bit chilly in here today, isn't it?
It is a bit.
Yeah. Or maybe it's because we're in hot countries.
Well, you've been in Thailand, haven't you?
Yeah, just got back yesterday.
Yeah.
Amazing, amazing street food in Thailand. Some of the best in the world, I think. So roll it up really tightly, loads of cling film.
Now, you're doing this with the neck. It's not often a piece of meat that you use, but you can use lamb neck as well, which is fantastic, isn't it? It's also available.
It's all those forgotten cuts. I love cooking forgotten cuts.
And very inexpensive as well.
Exactly.
To get hold of it,
But packed full of flavour.
Yeah. I'm assuming they use it for a sausage meat, probably, but you've got the mayonnaise, which hasn't split. I had some underneath just ready for it. There you go. A little bit of mayonnaise.
Are you proud you made mayonnaise? Okay.
Yes.
Once it's
5
set,
years of doing this and 30 years studying catering, and now I'm doing coleslaw. But go on then. Yeah.
And just slice it into nice sort of 1 centimetre pieces.
Right.
And it sits up really, really firm in the fridge.
Yeah.
Blowtorch, maybe?
Yeah, I'm getting it on there first because I've got to make the coleslaw. So
get that nice and hot. Yeah. And then I'm just going to caramelise the outside of the pork neck, just to give it a nice crispy shell.
Right. And this is the thing that you want to do in advance. You can keep that, but also I suppose that freezes well. Yeah. That one, yeah.
And in the fridge, that will keep for a week. No problem at all.
So about this street food then.
Yeah.
The idea is it's like a mobile kitchen, I suppose. Is it a kitchen, or is it just you make it in one place and take it with you? Is that the kind of idea?
Yeah, we have a production kitchen in Battersea, which we launched, last year in May, and then we launched a hatch in that production kitchen, so you can buy food there Monday to Friday for lunch, and also we got this vintage Airstream trailer, which is one of those American caravans, and we converted it.
I didn't think you'd have a white caravan like we have in the UK, you know, one of those things. Thought you'd have something fancy. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it's a pretty cool thing. And then converted it, and then we can move that around.
Right.
And then we serve take all the food from the production kitchen in Battersea, load up the trailer, take it down to Liverpool Street, and then serve lunch.
There you go. Easy as that. Give you more ideas for Marlowe.
Yeah, I'm thinking about that.
As if you're not busy enough.
Hot dog van.
The hot dog van.
But street food, kind of in this country, has got a bad reputation still, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's kind of, you know, taking it to a different level.
I don't know. There's many people waking up this morning with a doner kebab stuck to the face. You know what I mean? Don't deny it, Robert. We've all done it.
I know.
There you go.
Scraped it off.
Right, I'll lift this off.
You crush those potatoes.
Yes, I'll do that as
Bit
well.
of butter.
Yeah,
So this dressing,
yeah.
we need the peppers to go in there.
Yeah, I'll do that as well.
Working hard today, Chef.
A little bit of vinegar goes in.
Right.
On the gas and with a blowtorch.
Yeah.
So, dressing, you got parsley, mint and basil, a little bit of English mustard goes in there, a little bit of the white wine vinegar. Have you got any rapeseed oil left?
Yes, I've got that.
Where's that?
See ya.
Yeah. Rapeseed oil goes in, and then we're going to add roasted green pepper, and that kind of helps to hold the whole sort of sauce together.
It's hardly a roasted green pepper, though, is it really?
Burnt green pepper.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Is that enough?
Yep.
Right, there you go.
And then that goes straight into cold water. Oh, just move that out of the way.
Right, so we've got raw celerette going in here, which is remoulade, which is that fancy sort of French dish which is made with mustard and sort of grain mustard. But
Yep.
because you're using all British ingredients, we've got it with
100% British.
English mustard.
Exactly.
Isn't that quite difficult to find literally the entire menu?
It's
100%.
really difficult.
Yeah.
And the thing about it is, to do it in a restaurant where you need kind of a varied, extensive menu, it's almost impossible. But
Yeah.
because we only serve 4 dishes per day, which we change regularly, it actually makes it a little bit more realistic.
Yeah.
And it's a challenge. You know, I wanted to do 99.9% British produce.
Yeah.
But Mark, who's my business partner and a really good friend of mine, I mean, he wanted 100%, wanted to keep it really pure. And so we don't use lemon, black pepper, no vanilla. So
Vanilla.
yeah.
Butter's allowed, though.
Butter is allowed, yeah,
A little bit of that.
but in moderation.
A little bit more. Leave you a little bit. There you go.
And obviously rapeseed oil.
Yeah. If you can find any, that is. Yeah. Right, so we're just mashing this up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Half the green pepper goes in.
Yeah.
Let's get rid of this. And then just blend it up to make the dressing.
Okay.
And then to finish it off, we're going to dress some lick leaves with the sauce.
Which I'll do now.
Yes.
Don't forget that all today's user recipes, including this one from Jun, are on our website, bbc.co.uk/Saturday Kitchen. And you can find dishes from our previous shows at bbc.co.uk/recipes.
We're going to run out of rapeseed oil.
Might as well use it all up, eh? There you go. Right, there's your plate.
Vinegar.
So that's just white wine vinegar in there, yeah?
White wine vinegar, mustard, roasted green pepper, and herbs.
And this roasted pepper, you've just plunged it in water, it just gets rid of the skin, you see? Nice and simple. So often you would roast these for a lot longer, but this is a much quicker way of doing it. Let's face it, we've invested in 2 blowtorches to do Tom's dish, you might as well use them up.
It's the new chef's tool. There's
Is it? That's-
sous vide and water baths, not anymore. It's all about the blowtorch.
Yeah, the trouble is you're not going to be able to find one this afternoon, even if you want one. There you go, right.
Got the coleslaw.
Got what? Coleslaw's done?
Yeah. Bit retro today. Coleslaw, chicken sasha.
Yeah. There you go. Right, this dressing. Got a little bit of that in there.
Yeah, please.
Touch of this dressing.
How's it taste?
There you go. Black pepper. That you can't find in the UK, but you'd admit that for your bit.
Did you put
Put it
black
back.
pepper in it? We start again. I've been banging on
No,
about
that was salt.
Mark, I'm really sorry about this.
Just get it on the plate.
Okay. A little bit of the...
If anybody asks, just say we haven't washed the lettuce.
sauce goes on top. And that is your confit pork neck with carrots, cabbage and celeriac coleslaw and a herb dressing.
With a little bit of black pepper, sorry about that.
Jun's dish is a wonderful combination of, on the one hand, rich caramelised confit of pork, and on the other, much more lifted, vibrant flavours. And that means we need a bright and refreshing wine to offset the richness of the pork, but at the same time pick up on the crunchy coleslaw and the herb dressing. So if I was going to choose a red wine, I'd be thinking along the lines of New World Pinot Noir, something like this soft and fruity Pinot from New Zealand. And although this dish would work really well with a red wine, the apple and the green herbs are just tipping the balance for me towards a white. And so I'm going to choose a delicious Italian wine. It's the Zenato Villaflora Lugana, which is very food friendly and the ideal complement for Jun's confit of pork. The great thing about Italy is its incredible array of grape varieties and wine styles, which means there's always something new to discover. And although Italy's white wines are often quite subtle and not as immediately appealing as those from other countries, they really come into their own with food. That's lovely. It's very herbal and lemony. When you taste this wine, you can see immediately why it'll work with Jun's dish. It's got lifted apple and lemon zest flavours that'll complement the pork beautifully. It's also got plenty of refreshing acidity, which will balance the weight of the meat and the potatoes, and then pick up on the herbs and the fruity coleslaw. But perhaps most importantly, it's only medium-bodied, so it'll allow all the flavours and the textures in Jun's dish to really shine through. Jun, it's a subtle, refreshing wine that will sit perfectly alongside your wonderfully innovative take on roast pork.